Welcome to our 2025 Concordia Men's Lacrosse season preview. My name is Matt Menzel, being joined by senior attacker Max Esposito, coming off another phenomenal 2024 campaign. We'll talk about that as we go along, but I guess as we stand here with the season upon us, just the emotions, the feelings you're thinking as you go into your senior campaign.
I'm just ready to be back, man. Obviously, last year we didn't get the result we wanted. It's just amazing to have another opportunity this year with this team, and I'm just excited. That's the only emotion I feel, excited.
Is there a different mindset for you knowing that this is your final go-around?
Kind of, but not really. I mean, the goal's obviously always been to get a ring, but I think year after year being here, we've learned to play together as a team better each year, and I think this is just it's our time. We're just ready. We're just really ready to go.
When you look at your individual totals, obviously the stats, they've improved year after year after year. I guess when you look back at where you were day one versus now, how do you feel like you've grown in your time here at Concordia?
I think my confidence has grown the most. That's been the biggest thing, and I'd say that for any lacrosse player coming into college is the biggest thing is confidence, and just the more I feel my coaches believe in me and I believe in myself, my teammates believe in me, the better I feel that I play. So, yeah.
You go back to last season, plenty of accolades. You were the NAC Offensive Player of the Year, on top of being a first-team All-Conference selection, honorable mention All-American, 69 goals, 68 assists, the 68 assists, a new NAC single-season record. You look back at your success on the field last year. Outside of confidence, what worked for you last spring?
Well, obviously, my attack line that I was with, playing with Caleb, Parker, obviously our middies, Gio, Matt last year. Obviously, it sucked having a lot of injuries in the midfield, but definitely just my teammates around me, playing with them, yeah.
And speaking of your teammates around you, look at this current makeup of this 2025 squad. What are you seeing so far here in training camp?
It's awesome. I'm so excited. It's good to have – it sucked losing Preston in the beginning of the season last year. Tyler has really stepped up, or we call him Babe. He's stepped up a lot this year, and we like to call our two lines fast and furious. So our first line is – the more fast guys, and then our second line is a few new faces. We got Orion, Jackson, and Jack, but they're all like 6 foot plus, so it's our fast and our furious. So we're psyched to play with them, but it's going to be awesome.
That's going to be fun to call, yeah. Fast and furious. Chemistry-wise, obviously there's a lot of familiar faces back. Is the chemistry there? Is it developing? Is it something that needs to develop?
I'd say it's a mix of being there and still developing, because I think we've played phenomenal as a unit, and we've played really good team lacrosse, especially on offense, because that's what I can say for right now. We've played amazing as a unit, and I think we're not even close to where we can be. So hopefully we can get there by hopefully even first game, but by the end of the season, playing in that conference playoffs, that's where we want to be playing, at the top of our game. Speaking
of the conference, some new members now, part of the NAC Men's Lacrosse Conference. When you think of NAC Men's Lacrosse and it's the day in, day out competition, what comes to mind?
I'm just, again, excitement. I'm excited to play. Obviously, we've played Dubuque every year. I'm excited to play Lake Forest. My cousin actually played football there. So I know a lot of their guys are looking forward to playing us. But I'm just excited for those new challenges to play this year. I'm really excited.
Finally, for you, outside of team goals, the obvious, hey, we want to win a conference championship. How about individually? What goals have you set for yourself maybe for this season?
Be as good of a leader as I possibly can and help lead this team to a championship, no matter what it takes. If I have to score 0 goals, 0 assists every game, but I draw people, I don't care as long as we win. I want a ring.
Enough said. Max, thanks a lot for your time. All the best this season.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Matt. Always fun.
Being joined by Michael Fahey, the head coach of the Concordia Men's Lacrosse team, back now for season number 12. And before we talk about this 2025 campaign, let's quickly look back at last year. I guess your thoughts on how you go about summarizing 2024.
Yeah, it was a nice year. I think we, getting back to the conference finals was great for our guys. They could prove that they could get back there. Ultimately, we didn't get to the NCAA tournament, which was tough, but it was a good year. Good year. A lot of guys got through playing time. Had some really, really fun games, and looking forward to this year.
Yeah, the team finishing 13-6, 7-1 in conference play. If you look at training camp, I guess, what have you seen so far from this group?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys are coming back hungry. Obviously we have 4 new teams in our conference, so a lot of new faces that will be able to play this year. A lot of seniors on this team and fifth-year guys, so they're really taking a lead on what we're doing out there. And we have a lot of younger depth, which is great too this year.
You look at the newcomers, essentially 15 freshmen currently on the roster, how they fit in?
Really well. I think, we have guys offensively and defensively that have been contributing early on. We had a scrimmage this past weekend, so kind of just evaluating that. But we'll rely on some of our younger guys in some spots this year.
You look at who is back, and starting with the attack, you have Max Esposito along with Caleb Ruger. Pretty nice couple of guys to be able to build an attack around.
Yeah, we don't really have to instruct them that much on the field. They kind of know what they're doing. Give them a couple tips here and there. But they're really leading our attack group, which is awesome. And Bryce Peterson back there, he had a lot of time last year as a freshman. He's been contributing back there as well too. So it's nice to have those guys. And obviously Gio Nowatarski at the midfield, and Preston Myers back after an injury from last year. So we have some really nice depth there as well, which is going to help us, I think, in the long run.
You talk about those names. Do you have expectations, or what are the expectations for the guys that are back that had such an impact on last year's success?
To be a great team player first and foremost. I mean, I know that sounds cliche, but we got to take care of each other first, and worry about, what our stats look like and all those things second.
You talked about already Bryce Peterson, but also how about Tyler Hughesby, a couple of guys that were freshmen last year, now back for year number 2. What, I guess, jumps do you hope they make from one year to the next?
Obviously just not being a freshman anymore. Kind of some of those little mistakes in between the lines in the midfield. Obviously, having Travis Marquardt back there at goalie, just kind of relying on him more, not being a freshman and kind of cleaning up some little mistakes here and there. But just relying more on those guys, as sophomores coming back and having some of that experience after playing a lot last year.
When we ask you about Travis Marquardt now being back there, a second year in goal, what did you see from him his freshman year?
He's a great ball stopper. Great in the clear. He's really poised out there. You don't have to say a lot to him. But he's taking steps, being a leader and being more vocal this year as well too.
You have a pretty good sense, I guess, at this point. Obviously, we talk about all the experience back. Do you have a pretty good sense without having played a game what the strengths of this team may be at this time? Obviously, they could change as the season goes on, but do you feel like you know what the strength of this team might be? Yeah,
I just think we're more balanced than last year. I mean, our attack group last year had 300 points. I don't know if we'll ever do that again, maybe, but I think we just have more balance, more depth. We can rely on more guys in certain areas. Max and Caleb don't have to do every single thing out there, but we have a ton of returners, ton of new guys, and just to have balance and depth is just really important, I think.
You mentioned the other big addition here this season, the fact that there are new teams in this conference. I guess, what do you expect when you think NAC men's lacrosse? What comes to mind?
It's going to be extremely competitive, which we like. We're looking forward to. And we're going to have a lot of tests. I mean, every single game is going to be a tough, contest and opponent for us. So we're really looking forward to it.
Finally, obviously, with the non-conference, so you guys don't shy away from good non-conference competition. No different here this year. Outside of the obvious, hey, we want to win. What do you hope to see from this team? These first, few matchups going into conference play.
Just getting better every day. I think is really important, and just having the guys support each other and just taking it one day at a time is important for this group, and seeing what we can do out there.
Well, Coach, as always, thanks a lot for your time. All the best this season.
Thank you.
And for more on the Concordia men's lacrosse team, be sure to stay tuned to CUWFalcons.com for more information.